So, Kingdom Hearts. It's become a pretty big series.
A little too big.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Luke.
Welcome to Pixel Talk.
Hello! It seems you have found your way to the first episode of Pixel Talk, which is
A weekly talk show where every Monday we talk about anything related to general nerd culture.
yeah, we're Double EXP,
Yeah, I'm Jake.
and I'm Luke.
As we said in the intro, just to remind you, today we're going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts, which is a pretty big series that has expanded into so many different games, and the lore has gotten really kind of crazy.
Yeah, so anytime you hear discussion on the internet, it's always Kingdom Hearts. It's just too complicated.
Yeah, definitely.
There's too much of it.
Mhm.
Like there's just so many different spin-offs on all these different systems, and what I wanted to just bring up today is why is that?
Yeah,
Like
well,
you hear about it, but let's just take a look at it. Let's break it down.
like if you compare the complexity of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is coming out soon, hopefully, versus Kingdom Hearts 1, which came out like way back in 2002.
2002, 2001,
Yeah,
something
like that. The lore has gotten crazy. Originally, it was really simple. You know, you're Sora. You're going to save your friends, and you know, you meet Donald and Goofy along the way, and you like deal with the Disney villains and stuff. There's a couple other like plot points that open up and lead their way into a sequel, which they do cover. But by the time we get to Kingdom Hearts 2, it definitely starts getting pretty crazy.
Yeah, because Kingdom Hearts 1, you know, Sora follows this typical hero's journey.
Mhm.
You know, it's very straightforward, very simple and clean.
It's yes, it's very simple.
You know, in a way
and
that's
clean.
kind of like that's a metaphor where the
Yeah.
first game started to where we are now in games like Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, all that.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. But, you know, after 1, we go to Chain of Memories. It's still pretty simple, I'd say. You know, we meet the organization. They're not even called Organization 13 yet. They're just called the Organization.
Yeah, and you're not even seeing all the members.
Yeah, you
You're
don't
just-
even see all the members, just the Castle Oblivion ones. And then Kingdom Hearts 2. So, that's when the can of worms, as I like to call it, starts opening up. You know, we get Roxas, we get Diz, we get... You know, Riku, who's not currently, you know, looking so Riku-ish. We get, you know, the rest of the organization. We get tons of little hints towards the other games that
You know,
come out after.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of related to it. What you were saying
Mhm.
is one of the biggest reasons that this series is so complex. There's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff. You got the Heartless, you got the Nobodies, you got the
Dream
Organization,
Eaters.
you got the Dream Eaters, you got the Unversed.
Yeah.
I
gets
just
crazy.
want to iterate by saying we both are huge fans of Kingdom Hearts. In fact, those who are watching this on your first channel
Yeah.
know how much of a Kingdom Hearts fan you are.
I love Kingdom Hearts so much that I still haven't finished my Birth by Sleep HD Let's Play, but I'll get around to that. But the point being, like, this isn't meant to be a criticism of Kingdom Hearts. It's more just an observation where we feel like, wow, it's kind of hard for a new player to deal with all this stuff. And yeah, you can say, like, Kingdom Hearts, 1.5 and 2.5 on the PlayStation 3 makes it a little bit easier for a new player to get invested.
But you're still gonna have to buy
A PlayStation 3 and then a PlayStation 4.
and spending upwards of like $120 on these two
Mhm.
remasters, $180 with the prologue coming out.
Yeah, so it's a lot of money just to catch up on a series so you can play Kingdom Hearts 3. And I guarantee you that a lot of players out there, maybe one of you, probably are going into Kingdom Hearts 3 without any past history from Kingdom Hearts at all.
No,
and that's okay, but I don't think Square Enix is gonna like do much to like cover the ground, because they tried doing that in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance and it didn't work so
Where
well.
if the where the games actually had moments where it said, okay, so this is, you know what, screw it, just read this.
Yeah.
Read this paragraph.
In Dream Drop Distance, it gives you little paragraphs in the middle of cutscenes, like, hey, read this. This will tell you what happened in, Birth by Sleep or whatever. And it's kind of cool. I actually kind of liked it as a veteran player because it's like, oh, I'm seeing the connections now. And those little logs that pop up in the corner, it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. But for a new player, I can see how that'd be extremely overwhelming. And I think they tried to do that in an effort to make Dream Drop Distance good for new players, and it just didn't really work. So we'll see
Exactly.
what Kingdom Hearts 3 does.
So let me ask you,
yeah.
throughout your journey with Kingdom Hearts,
Mhm.
have you ever felt intimidated by the lore?
I mean, when I played Dream Drop Distance for the first time and I saw some of the cutscenes towards the end, a little bit, but overall, no, not really.
You actually started with the first game, didn't you?
Yeah, I started with the first game, and I've sort of digested the story like one game at a time over the years the games have been coming out. So I played every single game in the series chronologically from 1 to Unchained Key. So it's like I sort of get where everything is headed now, but like a new player, that's a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every game, every main game, by main game I mean like, you know, the ones that like aren't like I'd say like Birth by Sleep 1, 2, and Dream Drop I'd say are the huge main games, and they all take about 40 hours to do. So that's a lot of time invested. And I don't know, like I know you started with Kingdom Hearts 2.
I did start with Kingdom Hearts 2. I kind of way back in the day, I just bought it on a whim. And even at that point, I felt that I didn't really have a problem understanding it, because the intro cutscene to Kingdom Hearts 2, I feel, gave me sort of a general knowledge of what was going on in the first game.
Roxas's Dreams.
Roxas's Dreams. And
Yeah.
the intro, like that HD intro cutscene.
Yeah, with Sanctuary. Yeah. That's a pretty good intro.
That kind of gave me a rundown, but the intro cutscene in Kingdom Hearts 3D, you can't have it be like this 15-minute long thing that explains everything. In fact, some games were explained in like 4 seconds.
Granted, it looked really cool.
It looked great.
It looked
Don't
awesome.
get me wrong, it looked great. But 358 was explained in like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And Chain of Memories was explained in like 2 seconds. The shot where
Like,
Sora was in that got in that huge orb and Roxas just kind of like shot out of his vagina and gave birth to him.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty crazy. And that's, not how it goes down, obviously, because Roxas... Well, see, that's the point. Like, some players don't even know where Roxas came from, and you have to do... I mean, obviously, when Sora turned into a Heartless, that's how it happened, but... like, the casual player who doesn't, like, dig deep into the lore of Kingdom Hearts, there's a lot of stuff they're not going to understand. Like, why Ventus was... Well, technically, why Roxas looks like Ventus. But see, a casual player would think Ventus looks like Roxas because Roxas came
I actually know a
first.
few people who thought they were the same character.
I know, and there's still people today, I promise you, who think they're the same character, and I can't blame them, because when you just play the games without really knowing what's going on, it's crazy. Kingdom Hearts is a really dumb story, and I love it. It's dumb, but when you have Mickey Mouse in a black cloak asking Sora about the door to darkness... The DTD. All right.
No, but we love it.
Yeah, we love it. It's great. Like, I'm all for that. Like, I love how dumb and how smart Kingdom Hearts can be. I think that you kind of have to appreciate that.
I guess the point we're trying to get at is that we're concluding to is that the series as a whole, only the hardcore fans are gonna be following this.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried that not too many new players are going to jump into Kingdom Hearts 3, and if they do, like, I'm sure, like, some people, I've never, like, played another Kingdom Hearts game before, but this one on PlayStation 4 looks really cool. They'll play it, they don't have any idea what's going on.
Like, there's a few sections of people who play Kingdom Hearts, I would say. There's the group that's never played it before, there's the hardcore fans, and then there's the nostalgia fans who played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And kind of fell out of it until Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, and I think even those nostalgia fans who only played 1 and 2 are going to be pretty lost going into 3, because all the stuff that's happened in between, Square Enix has made it so that's not story content you can really skip anymore. Like, when Chain of Memories came out, that was like, alright, you don't have to play Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts 2 will sort of cover its bases a little bit, and it does a pretty good job because it's only one game. And Chain of Memories, to be honest, for a lot of it feels like filler until you get closer to the higher floors.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, that's just how the game is structured, because they knew that it wasn't going to be the Kingdom Hearts 2. It was just like an interlude game. But then when Days came out and introduced Shion, and then Birth by Sleep with Ventus, Terra, and Aqua.
In fact, yeah, that's kind of related to another point, is that something gets really complicated when you think you understand the story, right? Like, it establishes these certain things that happen, but then later games come and say, oh, it didn't happen this way. Here's how it's actually going down. A couple of examples of this. You believe throughout the first game that Sora was the chosen hero, that the Keyblade chose him because he's the chosen one, but it turns out that it was inherited to him because...
The whole thing with Riku.
In fact, there is no chosen one. Like, the Keyblade, I believe, was made to replicate the Keyblade.
Yeah, it was made to be like, sort of
And there are these hundreds of Keyblade wielders, fighting off in the Keyblade War.
Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key. And, that's another thing. I'm really interested to see how the, what is it, the Foretellers, I think that's what they're called, in Unchained Key, how they're going to play into Kingdom Hearts 3, because they're only putting in those HD cutscenes into 2.8 for a reason. But that's just another layer of game lore that we need to know to play Kingdom Hearts 3 now.
Hey, you gotta know the Keyblade War. You gotta know these, animal guys.
In a way, it's really cool because, this is a big finale. This is what we've been waiting for so long. We're going to see every single plot point come together. And I think for longtime fans, it's going to be extremely rewarding just to see everything finally come to a close. And, this saga of Kingdom Hearts is going to end as we know it. And I know they said Kingdom Hearts is going to continue, but this is the defining moment in Kingdom Hearts 3.
This is the end of the saga. This is the end of this story in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Right.
And
so it's going to be really rewarding. I think.
Everything we said so far is by no means that this is just how we perceive it. We're just looking at one side of this.
I'm not worried about me not understanding the plot.
And some would even argue that maybe the complex plot is a good thing because there's some people who take great joy in figuring this stuff out.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a complex story is a good thing, definitely. It's more so when a complex story becomes a convoluted story is when you need to start worrying a little bit. Kingdom Hearts, for the most part, it does veer into the convoluted side sometimes, but for the most part, it'll stay pretty complex and nice. And, it becomes a very well-swallowed story overall if you take it one piece at a time. But then you have moments towards the end of Dream Drop Distance where, they're just but I time traveled, but I can only time travel this way. You can't time travel this way. I can. But when you time travel earlier in the game, you time travel a completely different way. It's just
there's 3 different kinds of time travel.
There are 3 different kinds of time travel in Kingdom Hearts, and they don't really explain each other.
And you think you know the characters' motivations, but...
Yeah.
In Kingdom Hearts 2, you think you understand the organization's motivations. In fact, they're really good motivations. They just want to get their hearts back. Mm-hmm. But it turns out that was just all a facade, and for freaking Xehanort to make clones of himself.
I know. It's sort of in a way, it victimizes the organization a little more, but it's also, kind of feels like a cheat. You've gone on believing that some of these people, especially Xemnas, actually wanted to become people again.
His ending speech, towards the end of his boss battle in Kingdom Hearts 2, you really, you almost kind of empathize with him.
Right, you do. And then just to find out that's a facade is a little bit disappointing, but it does lead the way into some more complex storytelling. So we'll see where Kingdom Hearts 3 takes this. Now that pretty much every antagonist in the Kingdom Hearts series is back. They're all back. Dream Drop Distance brought them all back, and I think we're gonna have to deal with all of them again. So I'm excited. I hope that new players, you definitely give the game a go. At least, watch the cutscenes on YouTube if you really want to get into it. If you want to play it and you have a PlayStation 3, do that. I'm really banking on them to release 1.5 and 2.5 on PS4, though. Hopefully before
I reckon
the game
they
comes
will.
out. Yeah, or Steam. Do Steam Square, please.
So we got a long journey ahead of us. Tonberry of Hope.
Tonberry of Hope.
Save us.
He's going to be our guest for a little while. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for today. We just wanted to touch base with the massive Kingdom Hearts story and how it's evolved over the years.
We were kind of critical of it here, but we love it. We really do. It's a series that means a lot to our hearts.
It was my first RPG series, so yeah, that is so. So anyway, signing off. I'm Jake,
and I'm Luke.
It's good to see you, and bye-bye.
Well, before we say bye-bye, how about you follow us on Twitter here? Yeah. And we actually, speaking of RPGs, if you're hankering for an RPG, we're playing Paper Mario right now.
We are.
And also, if you're watching this on Wii187, we actually have a bonus episode up.
Yes, we do.
So whether you're watching there or you're new to this channel, we have a bonus episode up right now.
And we'll leave a link to subscribe to our new channel, WEXP. Just to clarify for those on the Wii187 channel, I'm not stopping Wii187, but this project is what would explain my hiatus. We've been really busy planning this together, so I'm really looking forward to wrangling both channels. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to be helping me, so yeah.
Will do. So until next week, Yeah.
So, Ansem. He has a pretty fucking big dick.
A little too big.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Luke.
Welcome to Pixel Talk. That's not actually our opening, but...
No, it's not. It's not.